Hey y'all, it's your girl Millie Chun. And yesterday, Simon Gobadia did an exclusive interview with Page Six. We listened to some of it on our live Hot Topics yesterday, and there are a lot of things that he has said in here. So let's just get into it. So the first question that Bernie had asked Simon was, did he regret marrying Portia? He said absolutely. He said that he reached out to her to ask her why was she filing for divorce. He got no answer. He said that none of her family reached out. He reached out to Portia's mother, Miss Diane, but he never heard anything back from her. He said that he felt like Portia had staged a coup for him, right? And he went on to say that he realized that he had taken on a $5 million rehab project. That's crazy. So then Simon went on to say that he's been married a couple of times, so he said he understands how a relationship goes. And he said that he and Portia never had a conversation about what would happen if it goes this particular way. He said she never shared that with him. So then what he offered to Bernie were text messages. He said that he has text messages that he can show her where he has asked these questions, but Portia gave him no answers. Child, so then Simon says that he was blindsided, right? And then Bernie said, well, what do you think Portia's reasons were for getting the divorce? Simon said he was targeted from day one. He said while he was going through his divorce with his ex-wife, meaning Fallon, he said Portia was in his DMs praying for him. And because of that, he was vulnerable and he fell for it. So that's why he feels like he was targeted financially. That's why he said earlier that this was a $5 million project that he took on, rehab project that he took on with Portia. You should have known better. First of all, you should have been with your wife with your two kids that's age appropriate. You fooling around here with Fallon and Portia. These girls will run circles around you. And clearly that is what has happened.
She was in my DM praying for me. And I think I was in a vulnerable position at that time. And I entertained it. And so it just kind of snowballed from there. Getting engaged in 30 days, who does that? I was out of my goddamn mind.
To be going through a divorce and to get engaged within 30 days. I'm not saying that Portia was out for money. I'm not going to say that because I don't know, right? I'm not here to judge anything. I'm just talking about it. Why would you propose to somebody in 30 days knowing that your divorce with Fallon, I don't think was final within 30 days, or it was on its way to be final? Why would you propose to somebody when you got somebody sitting over here you still trying to close the door with? These girls have run circles around you, Simon. Whether Portia was out for money, a better life, or if Portia was thinking about going back to the Housewives and she was thinking about how she wanted to show up on television, 30 days? And then you were married for what? 15 months? That's wild. Then the next question that she asked him was something about the prenup. And he was talking about that Portia gets $40,000 a month. She has the house for 36 months and she can sell it and give him half and all of that. But Simon said he's going to take it to court, all the way to the Supreme Court if he has to.
I've had prenups in previous relationship, and I've honored those prenups without reservation. This time around, I've chosen to challenge in court all the way to the Supreme Court if I have to.
Whoa.
This enforcement of the prenup is going to continue to receive legal challenges on the appeal front.
Okay, so you're vowing to appeal this decision for sure.
1000% is going to be appealed.
Okay, I may have to consult with a lawyer because I really want to understand this. Simon and Portia sat down, worked on a prenup. The terms that they had come up with were the terms that he talked about that he wants to appeal. But now you signed on the dotted line. The reason the divorce was finalized is because the judge decided to uphold the prenup, what you signed off on. And now you want to appeal it all the way to the Supreme Court? You're in Dubai, Nigeria, wherever. You're not a citizen of the United States. You really probably can't come back. So how is this going to work? And I know you have lawyers that can work on your behalf, and you can do Zoom calls. But you signed on the dotted line. There has to be something, especially if the judge upheld it and finalized the divorce. It's a legal document. Then they got to talking about Portia and her sending his ex-wife child support, because we talked about it earlier. Another content creator was in the court when Portia said that she paid child support to his ex-wife for his kids because he was not able to do so. Now, in this interview, Simon tells Bernie that Portia paid two $2,500 payments. He called his ex-wife to verify that, and that's all she did. Portia did not pay any more money after that. That's not Portia's responsibility at all, but he made it seem like Portia was just doing it for face value. Let me just put it out here. Let me call her, see if it's anything she needs. I'll send this. Now, was Portia wrong for sending $5,000 and nothing else? Or was this really Portia's responsibility? I don't think it was her responsibility. And if she did send the $5,000, I think that's great. But should she have kept going? I don't know. I don't think so. Then Simon was asked, does Portia have a relationship with his boys? He said no. He said they've done family things together, but Portia doesn't have a one-on-one relationship with his sons. Then he was asked, does he have a relationship with her daughter? Simon said no, he does not like to get close to the kids, of his partners. He said because they have a tendency for them to use their children to get back at him, to try to come back into his life, and Portia is no exception. Do you think Portia was trying to get back into Simon's life through Pilar? Because we've seen Portia on the show crying and going on, talking about, she's saying Pop's not here, and Simon is taking too long to get back, and Shamia's over there talking about she's so smart. Do you think Portia was trying to get back into Simon's good graces? Simon did mention how Portia said that she had sent him a text talking about Pilar missed him, and he did not respond. And Simon said at that point, Portia realized that she had made a mistake, and she wanted to get back in his good graces. And he said at that point, he was done. So how is this going to end? Portia has wished him well. She's done a People magazine expose. She has exhaled, and she's finished. Simon himself is free, walking around. He said he has no animosity towards anyone. Portia said the same thing on her interview. But Simon is a man scorned. And right now, it doesn't look like Portia's going to get that $40,000 a month. So let's talk about it in the comments. It's your girl, Millie Chan. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.